Hey y'all, I'm gonna be talking about 3 things you could do to treat PCOS. The top 3 things you could do right now to treat polycystic ovary syndrome. If you're interested, stay tuned. Hi, my name is Dr. Ndidi Ehim, and I help women who are dealing with polycystic ovary syndrome by way of weight issues, infertility issues, or just hormonal imbalance. And I help you solve it and reverse it naturally without needing medications or fad diets. Now, we all know PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, it affects women. Now, most women who have it are dealing with weight issues, right? And they're dealing with issues with fertility. So either they're getting pregnant and having miscarriages, or they're not able to get pregnant. And the main thing with that is their cycles are either irregular, or they just don't have a cycle, or if they do have a cycle, it's very heavy, it's very painful, and it might be extremely long. Okay, so polycystic ovary syndrome, there are different symptoms, but I'm just going to focus on these in regards to the treatment options that I'm going to be discussing today. So number 1, let's talk about lifestyle changes. If you have polycystic ovary syndrome, there are certain lifestyle changes that you do have to incorporate. Now, some people, if they go to their regular doctors and they actually happen to get diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, most of the doctors I'm seeing put them on a birth control or metformin. Why? Birth control to regulate your period so you could have an expected period, an expected ovulation. Very important if you're trying to get pregnant, right? And then some doctors also put them on metformin because, one, they might have high blood sugar, or metformin because it helps with weight. That's a way the doctor is trying to also help them lose weight. It comes with, and all of those options come with very crazy side effects. I will know, I'm a pharmacist. So the reason why a lot of people kind of deviate from doing that is after a while on being on birth control, they start noticing a whole lot of stuff. When you do stop any of those medications, whether it's the birth control or even metformin or other things that the doctor might prescribe you, your symptoms come back. So essentially, the medication was just there to kind of put a band-aid over it. Essentially, what you want to do is find a real alternative of a solution that you could actually rely on, that doesn't kind of rely on you being on it for the rest of your life. So that takes me to point number 2. Another way you could manage your PCOS is partly by reducing your stress levels, okay? Reducing your stress levels, and it could be more mental. So most of these problems we're having, it's because it's coming from stress levels. A lot of people are thinking of certain things they want to accomplish, it's not happening. Either it was physical, emotionally, something with somebody, and then you carry on this stress level for a long time. What you're making your body do is produce more cortisol, which is the stress hormone that produces more male hormones, more testosterone. In PCOS, that is majorly the problem. So if you're in a stressful situation, you're going through a mental health crisis, and you're just producing more cortisol, you're encouraging your body to stay in a stressful way. So maybe you want to look into doing some meditation, some prayers, read a book, journal, write something on a blank piece of paper. I always have one of these with me somewhere, different kinds, and I write. Anytime my head starts hurting, it means I need to write. It means I'm thinking about a lot and I need to put it down on paper and leave it on there, or implement what it is that I'm writing. If it's something that is not a pleasant situation, I'm going to pray about it. I will pray about it and let it go. But you need to find that thing for yourself that calms you. And it doesn't have to be so practical. It could be just playing one of your favorite songs and you're singing to it. Sometimes you get emotional, it makes you happy, but you're releasing those stress hormones, right? That's something you have to think of. So it could be as simple as that. Now, my third point for treating PCOS is going to be more holistic approaches. That is the one I really like to talk about a lot, because I feel at some point, if you could do some things naturally for yourself that is independent of you, that's the best option. That is the best option. So let's talk about it. What holistic measures can you start doing right now to kind of help with treating your PCOS? So I'm just going to give you 3 points inside of this. With everything I've already said, it does point towards holistic measures. Also, if you're having issues with ovulation, inositol might be a good option for you. And there are different brands out there that have inositol. Look for a great one that has actually done third-party testing, so you make sure what you're taking is actually what you're buying, okay? Another one that could be good is one called Balance. This is for people who they know they have hormonal imbalance. Like, you know your testosterone levels are high, you're growing chin hair, you're not having a period, your period is irregular, it comes this month, it doesn't come again for the next 3 months. The supplement Balance is very good. And I'm going to add a description to these for something that you could get for your period, for all of this to help you manage it better, okay? Number 3, berberine. For people who have, or hyphenolic, either one of them. Hyphenolic is actually a natural GLP-1 alternative. So for people who have been on the semaglutide and tirzepatide craze, you know FDA is coming back where you could only buy the brand name. So if you want a more natural alternative, hyphenolic might be a great option for you. And I would include a link below as well. But also, berberine has been around for years and years and years. It comes from a plant, pretty much it also will help with your blood sugar and help you lose weight. All of these, you have to be on them. At least give yourself 4 to 6 months for consistency for you to see results. But if you do this, if you're having weight issues, irregular periods, or you need to know, help your body kind of have a period so you know when you're ovulating, those 3 options naturally will help. They will help you with your symptoms that have to do with PCOS and, if you're looking for more natural options. Now, outside of this, one thing I don't like is people looking for, what can I take? What can I take? You need to ask yourself, what can I remove from my body so all of these things that I'm trying to actually do work? Okay? It's not to go buy the next best tea. It's not to go buy the next best supplement or vitamin, or someone told me this works, or my sister used that and it worked for her, so I'm going to go. Stop doing what it is that's causing the problem. Do you know the root cause? Do you know what the actual problem is? Why do you keep having the same problem over and over again? There are some things you need to remove from what you're doing so these things can actually work. If you need to detox your environment, detox yourself, those are the first things I would look into. And then I could start adding all these other things. If you like something that is very toxic to you, it tastes good, but you love it so much, you need to start finding ways to stop it. Because as far as you keep exposing yourself to those things that are harmful to you, that are causing you to have those problems, you will keep having PCOS. It doesn't matter what you do to try to treat it, it will keep coming back. Anytime you stop what it is that you're doing, you will have the same problem. And that's just the truth. You need to have more of a mentality shift towards a permanent solution than what is the next best thing. Because those next best things, they end up sitting on your table for weeks, turns into months, turns into years, and you're not doing it, you're not taking it anymore, you're not using it, you just remain in the same place that you've been before you even bought it. So again, before you start any of these, make sure you check with your physician. If you're on any regimen, make sure they give you green light to try any of these changes. If not, just hold on until you're cleared, because if you're dealing with other things, you need to make sure that these things, when you add them on, they're okay for you. But until next time, these are the ways you could treat PCOS in a more natural solution. And for people who are also taking the regular stuff your doctor might prescribe, you might want to look into this, bring this up to your doctor and see if this is something you can start implementing today. If you like this video, you love what I shared, please like, share, and subscribe. And, let someone know who has tried it or needs help. Let them know to follow this channel so they can learn more and subscribe. All right, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.